The axe forgets, the tree remembers. In the vibrant city of Kumasi, where the smell of roasting plantains fills the air and the colourful kente cloth brightens every street, lived a young man named Kofi. Kofi was brilliant. He was a student at the university, and his greatest talent was his voice. He was the star of the debating team. Kofi loved to win. To him, a debate was not just a discussion of ideas, it was a battle. He believed that to be successful, one had to be the loudest and the sharpest. He used his words like a weapon, cutting through the arguments of others without a second thought. One humid Thursday afternoon, the university held its annual Great Debate. The auditorium was packed with students and teachers. Kofi's opponent was a quiet, diligent student named Amara. Amara was known for her kindness and her deep research. The topic was tradition versus modernity. Amara spoke first. She spoke softly but firmly about the importance of preserving the stories of their ancestors. She argued that a tree cannot grow without its roots. When it was Kofi's turn, he did not just argue against her points. He decided to attack her character. He wanted a quick victory. Amara's ideas are as dusty as an old hut, Kofi said with a dismissive laugh. The audience chuckled. Perhaps she is too timid for the modern world. If you listen to her, you will remain stuck in the past, silent and weak. Amara's face turned bright red. She looked down at her notes, her hands trembling slightly. Kofi saw this and felt a surge of power. He continued to use abrasive language, mocking her softly spoken delivery until the judges declared him the winner. As the crowd cheered, Kofi felt like a king. He walked past Amara without looking at her. To him, the debate was over. The axe had finished its work, and he forgot the encounter by the time he reached the parking lot. But for Amara, the tree, the marks were deep. She stopped participating in debates. She became even quieter. The echo of Kofi's words, silent and weak, playing in her mind like a broken record. 10 years later, a decade passed. Kofi was now a successful marketing executive. He was known for being tough and efficient. He had achieved the attainment of all his professional goals. However, his personal life was empty. His sharp tongue often drove friends away, and he struggled to build a team that truly trusted him. Kofi's company was looking for a new legal partner to handle a massive international merger. There was one firm that stood above the rest, led by a lawyer famous for her integrity and brilliance. Her name was Counsel Amara Siki. Kofi arranged a meeting. He walked into the glass-walled office, wearing his most expensive suit. He was ready to charm her. When Amara walked in, she was no longer the trembling student from the university. She moved with a composed grace. She sat down, looked at Kofi's proposal, and then looked directly into his eyes. "Hello, Kofi," she said. Her voice was calm, but it had the weight of a mountain. Amara! It is wonderful to see you, Kofi said, flashing a confident smile. I see you've done well for yourself. I always knew you had potential. Amara did not smile back. She placed the proposal on the desk. Kofi, I have reviewed your company's request. Your numbers are excellent. Your strategy is clever. Great! Kofi exclaimed. When do we sign? We don't, Amara replied quietly. My firm values collaboration and mutual respect. I remember our last collaboration at the university. You told a room full of people that I was dusty, timid, and weak. You used your brilliance to humiliate me just to hear a few people laugh. Kofi was stunned. He blinked, searching his memory. Amara, that was 10 years ago. It was just a debate. It was a game. I don't even remember exactly what I said. I was just trying to win. That is the problem, Kofi, Amara said. The axe forgets. The tree remembers. You moved on because you were the one swinging the blade. But I had to live with the scars. Your words didn't just win a debate. They stayed with me for years, making me doubt my own voice. Kofi felt a cold shiver of remorse. For the first time in his life, his words failed him. He saw that his minor victory had caused a major injury. He realized that his habit of cutting people down was the reason his current life felt so cold. He looked at Amara, and for the first time, he didn't see an opponent. He saw a person. I am truly sorry, Kofi whispered. It was not a calculated apology for a business deal. It was a sincere realization. I was so focused on being sharp that I forgot to be human. I have been an axe for a long time, Amara. I didn't realize how many trees I had scarred. Amara watched him closely. She saw the change in his eyes. Apologizing is a start, Kofi. But remember, an apology is like a bandage. It helps the wound, but the scar remains. You must learn to use your voice to plant seeds, not just to chop wood. Kofi left the office without a contract, but he left with something much more valuable: a mirror. He began to change his countenance and his way of speaking. He started to listen more than he spoke. He realized that true success is not about winning every battle. It is about the legacy of kindness you leave behind. He eventually sent Amara a handwritten letter. It wasn't asking for business. It was a letter of thanks for the lesson. He understood now that while the axe may forget the blow, the tree carries the story forever. The lesson of this story is: words or actions that seem minor to the offender can leave a lasting impact on the victim. Glossary of target vocabulary. Dismissive. Showing that you do not think something or someone is worth considering or thinking about. Abrasive. Showing little concern for the feelings of others. Harsh or rough in manner. Attainment. The act of achieving a goal. or reaching a certain level of success. Integrity, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. Composed, calm and in control of one's emotions. Remorse, a deep feeling of guilt or regret for something wrong that one has done. Sincere, honest and genuine, not pretended or faked. Countenance, a person's face or facial expression, often reflecting their mood or character. Preserving, keeping something in its original state or in good condition. Humiliate, to make someone feel ashamed or foolish by injuring their dignity and self-respect. Did this story change how you think about your words? If you enjoyed learning English through this ancient African wisdom, please like this video and comment below with a time someone's words encouraged you. Don't forget to subscribe to English through African Stories, ETS, for more weekly stories that feed your soul while you master the English language.